us right now, we have a lot of time on our hands, and what's been so inspiring that I've been seeing that you've been posting a lot about your passion, what you're doing in regards to empowering makeup and just the art of it all. Please tell us a little bit about, of course, I have some students here live, you know, hearing also the inspiring journey that you've had. How did you begin? How did makeup became your number one in your life?
All right, so 20 years ago, I celebrated my 20th, I'll be celebrating my 20th in August. So wow. I've been doing makeup for 20 years. And I started I went to university and I hated it. So what I did was, I was already dabbling in doing a little bit of hair and doing a little bit of makeup just on the side, as me being a little queen in Sydney. You know, sneaking at my mum's room and trying to put some powder or lipstick on. And then that's how I started my passion. But I actually went to uni, and most of the time I was at a bar drinking. Yeah. So what I did was I was failing that year, and I decided to defer uni. And then all of a sudden, I was literally bumming on the couch, and my parents go, "You need to do something with your life. You know, do something that you love to do." So I said, okay, why don't I do a part-time course in makeup? And then so my parents are a bit, oh, okay, how much is that? How much is that going to cost? And then so I did a part-time course. I did it every Sunday. And then all of a sudden, probably on the second week, I went, oh my God, love it. So after that, my mentor back then, one of my teachers basically said to me, why don't you do the full year course? Because it's a little bit more intensive. I learned a lot more. And then so I said, okay, spoke to my parents, a lot of money after that. Basically, they said, you know, what are you going to pay for? Are you going to pay for university, or are you going to pay for your private college? And I said, no, I thought that the private college was a lot more expensive, but yeah, so they paid for that. And then I did that for 1 year. And then all of a sudden, one of my mentors basically put me under her wing. And to this day, I still talk to her. She's already a retired makeup artist. And yes, so she's seen my journey from a little wee teenager or young adult, like a 20-year-old, and now as a national artistry lead for Australia and New Zealand. So yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
It's taken me all around the world. It's taken me to the Philippines several times, and I love it. It's only been recent that, all honesty, that I've actually started embracing me being Filipino. Yeah, right. So now I love the Philippines. My partner and I go to the Philippines quite a bit. You know, we see Mafae, we drink up and have fish balls by the time we get out of the club. Yeah, anyway.
We've got something here. Okay, what's your favorite makeup tool and why?
Makeup tool will be your fingers, will be your hands. Because why is because you can use your fingers to do multitudes of things. So you can use it to blend, you can use it to apply, you can use it to warm, you can use it to massage, you can use it. Without your fingers, you know, you won't be able to do makeup well, in a sense. But yeah, fingers will be my best friends. Yeah, fingers are my best friend. Like it's not a brush, it's not a sponge. Yeah.
Anyways, going back to your passion and your career, yes. What is the most memorable, I guess, event or person that you've applied makeup on?
Like, I still remember this lady. I was working in a department store, and this lady had cancer, and I didn't necessarily know that she had cancer, and she'd she hasn't applied makeup on for the time that she had chemo. And then the time that I actually started applying and teaching her how to do it, she goes, I went to every single makeup counter and you were the only one that basically sat me down, because every single makeup counter basically said to me, I had to pay for it. So literally what I did was I just sat her down and applied makeup, and then taught her everything that I needed to teach her. and she was very touched by that. You know, those are the things that really matter rather than things that are superficial.
I have a question here.
Yep.
What was your first makeup job? Do you remember?
It was a wedding. It was a wedding that I did. It was in Quakers Hill, so it's in outer west of Sydney. And I still remember this. I applied blue eyeshadow on this bride. Blue eyeshadow. I thought it was bloody amazing, and she thought she looked amazing, but I still remember this. And surprisingly, her niece reached out to me on Instagram. She found me on Instagram and said, "You did my auntie's makeup 19 years ago, whatever it was." And she goes, "My auntie couldn't stop talking about you." But I still remember the bride being, "Oh my God, I put blue eyeshadow on this bride." And this is shock horror. So yeah.
Something blue was you.
Blue, yeah, something blue. She was, yeah. And she was like Filipino background, and I thought, oh my God, she's rocking it. She's amazing.
Do I know?
No. I don't know. I don't even remember her name anymore, but I remember that. Yeah, it was blue eyeshadow. That's all I remembered.
So with that, apart from your motivation to liquids, do you also exercise? Is there a meditation? Is there exercising happening?
I think it all depends on each day. So I try to go for a walk. If not a walk, when I wake up in the morning, I don't necessarily go straight to get a coffee or turn on the TV. Sometimes I literally just sit down on the couch and just listen to silence, in a sense. I don't, like, for me, I've tried meditating, but my mind goes everywhere. So I haven't found the right meditation yet. But I think my form of meditation is more like listening to quietness, listening to just my surroundings itself. Like, I'm very lucky that the apartment that I have, or the apartment that we have, is pretty much, we have a lot of birds out. So listen to the birds, or yeah, and we have lots of gardens around here. So walking always clears my mind.
Right.
I'm not a big exercise person per se. However, I do encourage everyone to exercise because it clears people's heads and minds. But you do you, if you love to run, you run. Yes, so anything. Yeah.
So is there anything new that you've learned about yourself during this time, or anything new that you've tried?
Anything new? Like, for me, I think it's more that I'm very patient in regards to cooking now. Like, I thought just following a recipe is fine, but now, like with Michael, what Michael was saying was, he's more to do with, like, I can think of a recipe or think of flavors when I'm cooking already. I don't necessarily need a recipe book. So that's what I've discovered is cooking, and cooking without using tools like recipe books or the interweb. So
what have you cooked that is interesting and that you would like to share?
So what have I cooked? So I've cooked like a beef stew on top of my head. It's really cold. It's getting colder in Sydney right now, so it's a lot of very hearty meals. So lately it was like a beef stew. I made a spaghetti bolognese yesterday. However, I didn't have all the ingredients I normally used to. So you know what? Why not? We're all in isolation. So what I did was I just whipped something up yesterday, and it was delicious. Like, yeah. Like right now, I couldn't be bothered cooking. So what we did was we had cheese and meats and bread. So yeah.
As long as it is wine.
Yeah. I don't encourage alcohol, but yeah, it does help a little bit.
Are you watching a lot of Netflix right now?
I am watching a lot of Netflix. I'm watching a lot of So here we have Disney Plus, we have Netflix, we have Stan, we have Foxtel. I'm watching a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shows on Netflix, like makeup competitions.
Yeah.
There was a one in UK that I was
In the
watching,
UK,
and then right now, I think one of my students are watching RuPauls. RuPaul?
Yeah.
RuPaul.
Yeah.
That one. And then
love it.
so yeah, one of my students is asking you, have you watched RuPaul's Drag Race? If so, which drag queen is your favorite makeup look in the contest?
Raven. Raven is my favorite. She is beautiful. So I think she was like season 19, whatever it was, like the very first season. But Raven is such a beautiful makeup artist. Detox is another one that I love. Manila Luzon, she has hits and miss. But yeah, there's a lot that I love. Yeah. They're all very talented makeup artists because if they can do that, they can do anything. But thank you so much.
Anyway, thank you, Alfie. I just want to request everyone who's on this Zoom, can I show you guys so that we can take a quick group photo before we say see you later to Alfie. Hello, students. Show your face now. And to everyone on Facebook, thank you for tuning in.
Gosh, they're all beautiful, Mafae. I'm just scrolling down. It's like, oh my God.
Thank you. Be proud, guys. Strike the pose. Okay, let's smile. 1, 2, 3. So thanks, guys. Thank you, Alfie. I hope to bring you back again.
Yes.
Let's cook something for us, or maybe do a makeup tutorial. Let's plan it.
Let me know what you want to do. I'm all yours.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Love you.
Thanks, everyone.
And again, guys, we'll have.
Keep safe.
Yes, and watch out for our announcements on Facebook, and then also on the MMC group chats. All right. So thanks, guys. I hope you have learned a lot. See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.